Chapter 1. A Wake-Up Call. So, there I was, staring into the fridge of the man I had come to adore, half naked, rummaging around for some pecorino cheese and salsiccia to snack on. I'll admit I was feeling pretty content. Okay, pretty smug. After all, it had been a year, and now I was free to peruse the contents of the fridge, solo. I was accessing my man's fridge without the looks of disconcert or without hearing the phrase, "Don't worry, I'll get it," which actually means, put your hands up and slowly walk away from the fridge. I said step away from the fridge. But as I nonchalantly closed the door, it was only then I noticed, in detail, what I hadn't taken much notice of before. I hadn't actually been this close to his fridge, so of course I'd never noticed them. But now, there they were, staring out at me with their smug smiles set neatly on their perfect Mediterranean faces. All of what I saw were pictures of my adored, but each one with a different woman. Happy, smiling, laughing, leaning into each other, arms around each other, and heads touching with some obvious kind of affection between the swooning couples. And then, one of the pictures punched me square on in the face. Nearly losing my balance, I stared blindly at a set of numbers which had been put together to form a date. A date that said, "And you thought he was all yours, bitch." Think again, as he was with me that night. A date that couldn't tell a lie, as it had been printed in clear digital numbers, printed, not written, a Polaroid, which had captured and then printed the ambience in the low-lit restaurant, and which had captured the swooning couple sharing a private joke, both extremely close to one another. The girl had thrown her head back in the moment of laughter, and he was leaning in towards her, their closeness giving me an instant uncomfortable feeling from deep within. So why did this date cause me to have palpitations and sweaty palms? Why did I have a sick feeling that started to build within my stomach? And why did this feeling slowly start building into anger? The reason was quite simple, as the date was 3 months previous and we'd been dating for the last year. Hadn't we? Whoa! Hold your horses. So what is actually classed as dating these days? And is it different for a 40-year-old Italian man to a 40-year-old Englishman? Well, the photograph was telling me so, and as I stared hard at it, not feeling quite as smug as before I'd opened the damn frigo, now feeling a little self-conscious and taken aback, I started to wonder how I had got to be here in the first place. I'm a northern girl, scantily clad in an Italian man's kitchen, in Italy, being introduced to his other women, with no formal introductions. As I thought back, I wasn't really sure myself what I was doing here and what kind of roller coaster date I'd actually been on for the last year. Were we dating, or were we just friends that slept together? And if we weren't dating, then why had I suddenly been allowed access to the fridge? Had the photograph been placed on the fridge as a way of telling me that we were not a couple, just in case I got the wrong end of the stick? A warning to ensure I didn't get my feet too far under that coffee table.